Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Mo Stories. I'm here with Cheyana. She's a fitness content creator. You can find her on Instagram at
It's Fit Like Shy. It's
Fit Like Shy. There you go.
You said
So we're here today to have a conversation.
it's all good.
We're here. I'm sorry. We're here today to have a conversation about fitness, her philosophy, her goals, and her daily routine, and how she keeps her body together. So here she is, Miss Cheyana Jones.
Hi y'all.
No hiccups or nothing. I said
That was
so
good. That
smart.
was good.
Yeah,
That was good.
except for the laugh. I'm so sorry, y'all, but you gotta have a humor. You gotta have some kind of sense of humor.
Okay.
Okay, so first question: what inspired you? What inspired you to go into fitness?
Mm, um, I've always done sports, so like it was really like a no-brainer for me. Like I grew up always making sure I was like active in things. I cheered in high school. I played softball. I did some shot put. When I went to college, I cheered all 4 years in college at Radford. So like competing nationally, yearly, like that was something that I really loved. And then once that kind of stopped, I was like, I don't see myself stopping working out. It was just the big difference was like, oh, now I need a plan because everything was always laid out for me as an athlete. Like, this is what you're doing. This is what the plan is for the week. So I would say like my big switch was like trying to learn like what to do when I'm not in that controlled setting. So that's why I picked it up in this way. But I've always been active my whole life, and I think that's something that everyone should do.
What you said you played sports? What sports?
I cheered competitively, so that was
That's a
high school to college. I played softball too in high school, but like I don't really count high school sports. But for the sake of like what I did, that and I threw some shot put, but that was brief. But I've always been active. I would say cheer was my biggest thing. Like I was really big on tumbling, stuff like that. And cheering in college versus cheering like when you're younger is very different. Like I guess like the intensity, the workouts, the stunts you're doing, the skills you're doing, like the expectations were very different. So I would say it was a lot more like strain on your body, but like I don't regret any of those moments. I loved it.
Did you have to? You said cheerleading, but you have to be like in shape. Right?
Yeah, if you think about it like this, because I think this is really hard, especially for people who don't cheer. Like everyone's always quick to be like, "Oh, it's not a sport. All you do is like yell," and it's like, no, you actually like. If I have to lift people over my head, your average 21-year-old, 20-year-old, 19-year-old is going to be over 100 pounds. Can you lift 115 pounds over your head by yourself? A lot of it, like co-ed stunting, stuff like that, requires you to like hold a person above your head. That's core strength, that's upper body, that's stability, spatial awareness, all the things. So you have to be in shape to be a cheerleader. You don't have to be one size. I want to be clear on that because like there are people all shapes and sizes, but the real thing is athleticism and like your endurance, your strength training, like what that looks like.
That's what I was thinking. That was my guess because cardio would have to be important, being that you're, like you said, you're not just screaming all day long.
No, and a lot of it, like competitive cheerleading, you don't really like yell at all.
Yeah, so
it is
like
just the stunts, tumbling, stunts, tumbling, jumps, all of that. Cardio is important. Like I remember in college, we started every practice with a time mile. And it was average for our team. Like that's how we got practice started. After every full out, we took a lap on the track. Like how Radford is built, it's like an indoor track situation. So like we're practicing mats are on the court, yes, but above the court, like where your stands are, there's a track around the arena. So as soon as we're done with the full out, we go hit a sprint lap. Like our coach was like big on building your endurance. If you can do this while you're tired, it's easy when you go out there to compete and you've just gone through a warm up.
So if you're doing it like that on do you guys cheer? I don't know, but
in like college.
Yeah. Do you cheer year round? Are you cheering for like
baseball,
so soccer?
I would say for most programs like Radford University did not have a football team, so we were just basketball. But for us, we were going to compete. Like we were a competitive team. Competition cheer is going to happen in the spring, but most of those teams, like think like if you're thinking a big school, like I'd say like Tech, those student athletes are going to cheer for football in the fall, cheer for basketball in the wintertime, but all the while they're also competing, like preparing to compete nationally as well. So like you're doing all of your training to support the other teams, but also like you're learning a routine for your team specific. That's going to happen in the spring.
Okay.
So it is kind of year round. I mean, like I coach high school right now, and like our kids they're doing competition cheer and football, cheerleading at the same time. We really usually don't get a break between that and basketball. Like they're usually finishing football as we are having tryouts for the winter team. They're going to cheer for that winter team, and then we're going to start open gyms in March.
Man.
So like any other team, like basketball, when you're preparing off-season, preseason, off-season is March through the summertime. Preseason is going to happen a few months before you try out. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Same timeline.
I like hearing about that because other sports, I've been basketball, like tunnel vision with basketball. So when I'm talking to cheerleaders, football, soccer, I'm so intrigued by how they prepare and how they like go by game time, post game, pre-game. That's always dope. When you first started into fitness, that didn't have anything to do with cheerleading. Did you ever feel out of place? Like you're constantly in the gym lifting, working out on your own though? Nobody to push you or any of that?
I wouldn't say that I felt out of place. Definitely like when I entered like college, there was already an emphasis on like lifting. So I didn't feel like it wasn't my place to be in the weight room. I did weight training like even in high school to do sports, and like as an elective, like I have Mr. Dixon as a weight training teacher, and he was very much like, you should be able to deadlift your body weight by the time you leave here this semester. If you can't, you did something wrong. So like I've never been a stranger to like lifting heavy or pushing myself. I will say when I first started in fitness alone, I did get a trainer. I had Samaya Williams. She owns 2 gyms in Maryland. Her Flex Fitness in Maryland. I think it's like Hyattville, Maryland is where her 2 primary locations are. She was my first trainer, and I loved her. I really needed that structure because I just didn't know how to properly like construct a workout. Like I've always had to be working out, but like it was just my ignorance. Like I didn't know how to structure this. What should I be doing first? What do I do to like warm up when I'm not in a team setting, that kind of stuff. So I didn't feel out of place, but I wasn't sure exactly like how to structure it to make sure I was actually making progress yet.
That's good. What do you think people misunderstood about you when you first started in terms of weightlifting?
Like, have I had men like say like oh like why are you lifting so much? It's like, do you care? You're not buying the clothes that I'm working in. Like you're not paying for this membership. Ask me your question again because I got lost. And I just got fired up about the men.
Yeah, it seemed like.
Like, did they look at me? How did they perceive me? What exactly was it?
Like, you know, men are intimidated by women that lift heavy. Some men are obsessed with women that lift heavy.
I would say. So, like, what have I encountered so far?
Yeah.
I would say I've encountered more like I like it than I don't like it. And the 2 times that I did encounter like a man having something negative to say, like I have a fitness account, like I share content. A man commented and like critiqued my form and like essentially said like I was doing it wrong. It was leg press, and like I wasn't trying to leg press for like purposes of like glutes and hamstrings necessarily. I was quad focused, so I had my feet lower on the platform. I made great depth, and he was assuming like, oh, you must be trying to work your glutes. You realize like that's not going to work your glutes with your feet placed there. And it was like, you're just making an assumption, and making assumptions make an ass out of you and me because that's not what I was working on. But like you assume because I'm a woman that's all I'm working out for. So like that time when I encountered that, I literally just swiped it and deleted it. And I think that's what I would do. Like I'm not usually in the practice of like going back and forth, especially not with like men on the internet. I find, you know what, now that you say this, like men who have like tried to like swipe up on my account or say things like if I'm being honest, like lustful, like just like, I'm not saying I'm putting this stuff out there and I don't expect people to look at it, but the way that sometimes men can kind of like sexualize it is weird. So like when I do encounter that, I'm like, yuck. And I just like don't respond, or I just like block them or delete them.
It's a different mind frame when you're going in the gym. You're not
it's like I'm not going for that. I'm going because I want to take care of myself. And some I will say to your point, like some men are obsessed with it. They get it. They're like, I'm grinding too. I'm working hard too. There's some men who truly can't wrap their mind around a woman trying to build strength. They're like, you going in there to look cute. No. There's nothing cute about lifting on leg day. You feel like you're gonna throw up because you're lifting so much.
Do you ever find yourself battling under eating because you're trying to maintain a certain weight and fitness?
Not now. I just got my food.
That girl can eat.
I eat. I would say like when I was first starting out, like learning how to meal prep. Oh my God, I have an image in my head right now. I had like one drumstick a 1/4 cup of perfectly circular rice and some green beans, and I was like, oh, I'm really doing it. No, you're starving yourself.
Yeah.
And I was doing HIIT cardio all the time. I wanted so badly to be skinny. Like then I was like obsessed with skinny. Like I was so fearful of like if I stop working out, like I don't cheer anymore, I don't do sports anymore, I'm gonna get big. Like that was my fear because I've always been in shape. Yeah. But like really, I now know, and I'm still educating myself on nutrition, but like you gotta eat to get the gains. Under eating ain't really a problem for me. I will say, like I was surprised at how much more I needed to be eating to gain. Yeah. That is something that I really feel like I've come into like a newfound respect for. Like every time, like I have a trainer now, her name is Sierra. It's Change Effect Coaching. She's based out of Nova, but like she's like, girl, we're upping your carbs because I plan on going into like a fat loss period nearing April. She's like, I gotta get your carbs up, and I'm like, girl, you want me to up the carbs again? You want me to eat what? But I mean, doing that, like upping my carbs and actually like sticking to the meal plan, like she doesn't have me on a strict meal plan, but I have like very set macros. Yeah. When I finally started eating, that's when I saw like the waist is flattening down. That's when I saw the inflammation go down. Like I'm putting good stuff in. My workout started to feel better. Like I feel like it really paid off to actually eat, and I was definitely feeling like, oh, I need to watch what I eat. No, you need to make sure you're eating enough. Like my preferred pre-workout meal is like chicken and rice. I love chicken and rice. And then like my post meal will be like something like, let me just say this. Before I work out, I always try to eat something that's like easily digestible. So I try not to eat veggies before I work out. Just like protein, some good carbs. If I ever feel like I'm experiencing a time where I like feel like it's too heavy or it makes my stomach upset, like that's rare. But I'll still do like oatmeal and like try to make sure I have a good solid carb, not just like some candy or like you're drinking. You have to eat in order to work out. Like I don't know why people think they will be able to work out and see good benefits, see good gains. No, you're getting bigger because your metabolism's slow because you don't eat nothing. Now you're sad.
Thank you for sharing that.
No, you gotta eat.
So glad you did. Do you consider yourself self-motivated or do you need motivation?
I'm very disciplined. I believe like motivation is very temporary. Like you feel motivated right now to do this, so like you started doing it. But what happens when you're not feeling motivated? What happens when it's cold outside, it's raining, it's cold? You don't feel motivated to get out of the blanket, but are you disciplined enough to stick to your goals? Yeah. Like I wouldn't consider myself someone that needs like external motivation. I think that I just have a level of discipline. Like I think that's like in my upbringing, how I was raised. Like my dad was a coach. He was big on me being in the sports. He was big on not quitting. I think that and just how I live, I'm very committed to being disciplined. Even the most disciplined people, I will say though, like there are days where I'm like, I know today's not a good day for me to train. Like I'm getting home super late. If I get home past like 8, I'm not going to train because that means I'm going to be in bed by 11:30. I'm not getting to sleep until midnight. And then all that I did was for nothing because like you really need adequate rest. So. Okay. The older you get, the less sleep you need. Okay, BS. We're older, our bodies take longer to recover. You need that rest. If you're trying to actually make those gains, you need to sleep. You can't like out train, of course, a bad diet, but also if you're not getting adequate rest, there's no adequate recovery. You can do all the mobility work you want, but if you don't actually prioritize your recovery, I don't even get rest. Like,
what about post-workout?
Post-workout,
post or pre-workouts? What do you take?
I don't take anything for me. Like pre-workout, I'm not knocking pre-workout. I just like I haven't taken pre-workout in years. I think when I first started, I did like I think like maybe back in like 2020, 2022, like that time period, I know that like I took creatine, I did pre-workout. It's not that I didn't find it beneficial. Like creatine, I definitely think when you're taking it the way you need to, your intake of water is where it needs to be. Super beneficial for everyone. But I felt like there was a time period where like I was slacking off. I wasn't as good about my nutrition. I was carrying a lot of water because I'm taking scoops of creatine, but I'm not eating the way I need to. I'm not drinking water the way I need to. Like I stopped then. I haven't picked it up now. I could if I wanted to because I feel very confident like where I am, I'm doing all those things, but I could work out without it. I could work out with it and I feel like I'll be okay. So like pre-workout, I don't take anything post-workout. I make sure like I eat a good meal. I I stretch, do that kind of thing to make sure to try to avoid tightness as much as possible, but I know it's inevitable.
What about injuries? Have you ever suffered any injuries through fitness that set you back?
Yes. I had a partial, it's like a TFCC tear, like an important tendon. Essentially, like here, everything that holds everything together. Really nice here on your, like this little knot you have here. The stuff that kind of keeps everybody together here was very torn, very damaged, and I had to like wear like a wrist widget for a while. Like I had very low mobility for like going this way and like any type of like moving my hand from side to side. So I literally couldn't train any like pushing motions for, it was months. Like I had to do PT or OT for it. PT, OT. Yeah, it was OT. Like we were truly just trying to figure out, like, because it's hurting me in other areas outside of the gym. I think I truly did it. I'm a very hands-on coach. Yeah. We were doing inversions in a pyramid, and for an inversion, like the person has to be in your hands. Like this hand is on like a person's shoulder. This hand is on like maybe the hip bone, and you're supposed to toss them above your head to the top. And like I was doing it this way, and like it felt like my hand went back too far. And it was just I didn't warm up with the kids. Yeah. I was getting in there to show them something, and I was like, ooh, I didn't like that. I heard a pop, it didn't feel good. And I kept pushing through it, kept training through it, and I was like, oh, I'm icing it, but it just was not getting better. Yeah. So what I will say for injuries is like, I'm a stubborn person. Yeah. I definitely should have went sooner, but like, it's not bad to get seen if you have pain. Like there's an amount of pain that is normal with working out, and there's a level of pain that like, hey, you need to get attention to that. Just get it done. Yeah. Because like I was pushing up against, okay, if you don't scale back your training with push, or like even like my grip strength, like I couldn't even like hold anything above 70 pounds in my hand. Like I was noticing it everywhere to a point. I needed to get it checked out. And I'm glad I did, because I avoided surgery with that. Now, like, I can comfortably, I couldn't even wear, like, an Apple Watch on it. Like, it hurt so bad. But that was the only thing, knock on wood, that I've faced so far that has really, like, changed how I had to train. Like, made me step back and think about what I was doing.
How long did that happen?
How long ago? That was last year. I heard it probably in, like last year, as in like I'm thinking like 24 going into 25. Yeah, no, we're in 26. So I heard it probably in October. I didn't get it looked at until early 2025. So like now I'm doing a lot better, but before
you were asking for trouble.
Yeah, it was a bad injury. It was a bad injury.
Fitness affect mental health. What's your take on it?
In my day job, I'm a counselor, so like my background is mental health. Okay. I do genuinely believe that moving your body is something that like we should not take for granted. I think it can be very helpful as an outlet for mental health. Do I think it's the end all be all? No. I frequently see people say like, oh, working out is my therapy. Working out can be therapeutic, but I do not think it replaces like, you're going to the gym, you don't need to unpack your trauma and work through the stuff that is really holding you back in your relationships. No, you need to probably see that therapist. Yeah. Do I think it's beautiful? It should be like something that's at the core of our life, yes, because so many times we move about this life like movement is something we will be guaranteed. I think that moving your body is like a form of self-love. I think that when you do move your body, when you do challenge yourself, like you do feel better about yourself. So I feel like fitness and mental health kind of go hand in hand in that respect, that like if I'm taking care of my body inside, like I'm reaping the benefits outside, I'm going to feel better, feel more motivated, feel happier, these kinds of things. I also recognize like there are people who struggle with like the things we can't see, depression, anxiety. A lot of times fitness can be the outlet for people who experience those things. You're not going to feel the best ready to train when you're feeling like you're in a depressive episode, of course. But when I finally can get out of that bed, I make my bed, I get in that gym, I feel powerful. I think that they can be beautiful together for sure. I can't speak for all women, but I will say from what I see and the women I interact with, like fitness is an outlet just like it is for men. I don't think that fitness for women is some taboo different thing than it is from what men use it for. We want to look good, we want to take care of ourselves, we want our bodies to last. Fitness is necessary. Fitness, like being able to do these things and access these things, I do recognize like that's a luxury everyone does not have in ways, but there are ways for everyone to be able to move their body. I think for women, it can be like a safe place. Like being able to fellowship in a gym, get stronger, build my body. I saw something really funny now that you say this. There's this lady I follow. Her name is Kelly Matthews. She's an athlete for like Honor Active. She works on like, she's a big person on the Ladder app, like the fitness app. She said like, I'm not training for BBL allegations. I am training to look like an apex predator. I want to train so hard that if a man is coming to see me and he's trying to kidnap me, he's like, oh, maybe not. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want to be big up top too. I want him to look like,
I think I would leave her alone.
Exactly. So like, I think that like sometimes men like think women are wanting to just train like, I want my butt to be big. Spot training's not real. A lot of the women that are in the gym that are doing it are really doing it for the right reasons, because they want to take care of themselves, because they have goals in mind. Like fitness for women is power. Fitness for women is strength. Fitness for women is a beautiful thing, and I think that it's something that all women should get into.
What's something unique about working out, being really, really fit as a woman that's not talked about enough?
I think negative interactions in the gym. That's not talked about enough. I would like to see more men, like, instead of like tearing women down or asking women about what they're wearing or judging, I would like to see them be more welcoming to women in the gym. Like a lot of, like if you think about viral moments that you've seen on social media, unfortunately, a lot of it is like negative interactions between men and women in the gym. I would just like it to be that it's positive. Like as I'm not a man, but like you can speak to this, like correct me if I'm wrong. As a man, like it's really not my place to tell a woman what she is to do and not to do, especially if I don't know her. Like let's stop assuming like you rule this space and welcome other people to it. That's a big part of why women don't get in the gym. I'm nervous about the guy who's going to follow me to my car from the parking lot. I'm nervous about the guy who's going to come up to me in the space and like make me feel uncomfortable. I'm nervous about the guy who's going to say something about what I'm wearing. We really shouldn't have to even think about those things if you're really there for the right reasons. I would really I feel like people don't talk about that enough. Like these interactions, these spaces should be more welcome, and they should be safer. That's what I would say. They should be safer. And I feel like we don't do our, I don't want to say we don't do our due diligence, because there are definitely people out there that do strive to like make sure that they're not causing other people discomfort. But I wish that people spoke out about, like, I'm not saying women don't do that. Women do too, I'm sure. You may have experienced this, and I don't want to invalidate anyone, but I think that it's not talked about enough, like how sometimes the spaces can be made so unsafe that like people don't feel comfortable going.
No, they don't even want to come back.
Yeah, something I'm big on is like strength is beauty. Like I think a lot of times we make women feel like they're too, if you work out, if you lift, you're masculine. That's going to make you look like a man. Heavy weights will make you look like a man. You need to do cardio only. You need to, that's bullshit. I'm sorry for cursing, but like the legacy that I want to leave is that strength is beautiful. Like I want women to look at what I put out there and know and see like you can be strong and still be beautiful. You can be strong and still be feminine. I feel like being in your feminine and being strong in that, demonstrating strength in that is a beautiful thing. Like I feel strong when I'm in my two-piece matching set wearing pink and I have on blush and I am leg pressing over 500 pounds. I am powerful in that space still. I am not masculine. I get up and I look good after that. Like I want them to just know that like pick up the weight. Like your body will thank you. It is not something you need to be afraid of. That's what I would want, like my legacy to be.
Does fitness matter in a relationship?
Yes. You're not allowed to make me seem shallow in here. Does fitness matter in a relationship? Yes. Am I saying that I need my man to be ripped? No, I'm not ripped. But like, do I want my man to prioritize taking care of his body? Yes. I could not probably be with someone who was just like, oh, I don't know why you in the gym lifting like that. I don't know why you keep having to go to the gym. Well, I don't know why I keep talking to you. Like, no, thank you. I say that because, like, I want my partner to be just as disciplined, if not more disciplined than me. Like, on my days where I feel like, oh, I'm being lazy, I want my man to be like,
let's go.
Get that bag. Get the bag and get in the gym. Like, you need that from your partner, and I feel like that's how you grow with your partner. I think it does, like, you don't have to do the same things, but I would think at a core of a relationship, like, if we want to grow together, we also have to be wed to like making each other better. Growth doesn't just look like emotional growth with your partner. It's also physical growth, like taking care of your bodies. Like one day if I have children, like I know that that's a toll on women's bodies. Like that's not talked about enough. Circling back to that question.
Yeah.
Getting back to that, like the shame that people put on women for like gaining weight post-pregnancy. Like I've never had children, but I see that on social media. Like, oh, like I can see why people say they leave their partner after they. Women go through so much hormonally. Our bodies can withstand so much, but there's such a lack of support for women to get back at it. But back to what you were saying. Is it an important relationship? Yes. The bottom line is yes, that's non-negotiable.
Yeah. Tell me 5 celebrities that you would like to get in the gym and work out with. Male or female?
Okay, Brandon Walford. Like, if you don't know who she is, you need to look her up after
I was
this.
about to look it up after you.
You have to look her up. Like, incredible woman. Gymshark athlete. She's like a world champion in this lifting thing. She's a black woman. She was a student athlete at Kansas. Like, I love that woman down.
Yeah.
I think she's the epitome of like strength is beauty because she's a beautiful girl, but she's so strong.
Yeah.
I want to do the upside down crunches like 50 Cent. 50 Cent been in shape since I was
in the club.
In the same, I want to be in there with him. Let me see.
All right, that's 2.
I would say Brent Fayez. That's my celebrity crush. I'm gonna get in the gym with him because like he was a string bean and now he's like his biceps is as big as my head. And they said it's natural.
What about Wiz?
Wiz Khalifa? You're right, he did get big.
Yeah.
I would really want to see what he's doing too.
Yeah,
Let me get one more girly, one more girly.
You have 4.
Oh my God, this is my last one. Oh my gosh.
Man,
Celebrity? It's giving Angela Bassett.
Oh, I was about to say, man, you can't forget Angela.
Yeah,
That woman is it.
I want my shoulder cap.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never coming up off that. I would never stop training upper body.
Yeah.
Like, women, I'd be pissed off. I don't want to train upper body because I don't want to get big. You're not.
You're
not. You're probably never going to get big and bulky like you think. You are not eating enough. You're not working hard enough to ever do that. Lift the weight, upper body. Do some bicep curls. Twice a week.
Yeah.
Shoot.
That's your 5.
Yes.
No Kevin Hart, no Ace Hood, no Moneybag.
Listen, no. What? I don't
Those
even.
guys are in. Well, Kevin Hart, like.
Kevin Hart about to make me laugh in there.
that's
I'm
right.
gonna mess around and drop a weight on my toe.
I meant like
Ace Hood,
Moneybag.
I feel like been in shape forever.
Yeah,
He might be a little too strong for me.
Ace Hood was in the gym since.
Like, since the womb.
You know where y'all can find her on Instagram.
Fit like shy.
There you go. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Enjoy your